Fred.
Hey Russ, just after all you guys fought through, and I know you spoke to what it was like to get into the play-in tournament the other night, but to be able to get up to eighth in this sort of fashion, what is that like for you guys?
I mean, it's good. You know, we've like I've said all season long, I've always had the utmost confidence in everybody in the locker room, and always try to find ways to battle the storm or weather the storm. And you know, you got to give credit to our coach, number one, because he's done an amazing job of making adjustments on the fly. I know a lot of times that the players get all the recognition, but you know, Scotty did a hell of a job. Has done a hell of a job of just being consistent and finding ways to make us better, along with the coaching staff as well. We had a lot of guys step up, a lot of great things along the way. You know, to kind of get us back into this point where nobody, you know, thought we'd be here. So.
Ava.
Russ, as you guys developed your chemistry this year, how important was it for you to just be able to talk kind of plainly to each other and say, this isn't working and here's what we need to do to turn stuff around? I
mean, there's no sugarcoating. Sugarcoating don't really get you nowhere in this game. I learned that a long time ago, and my job as a leader is to make sure that I'm straightforward with myself first. I'm being honest with myself, and then also being honest with my teammates to try to get the best out of them as we kind of try to figure out, you know, our season out throughout the season.
When do you guys feel like you reached the type of chemistry that you need to have to make a run like this?
I don't know when or was exactly, but you know, I think that road trip, that LA road trip was a good road trip for us to kind of get our minds in the right place. And I thought that was a kind of a turning point for our season, in my opinion.
Zach.
Hey, Russ, what would be your advice to young players like Rui, who's going to be playing in his first career NBA postseason game?
Just to be himself. You know, Rui is a hell of a player. He's done so many things. His second season, you know, he's not going to play perfect. None of us are going to play perfect. And that's the reality. I think a lot of times, a lot of players, young players, put so much pressure on themselves that it's not needed, because the reality of it, the game, it comes down to, you know, guys missing and making shots, and that's all a part of the game as well. So going out and having fun is the most important part that he should be worried about, and that's it.
Thank you.
DA.
Russ, over the years, you have played with and through a lot of injuries this time of year. And I just wonder, what does a player do to kind of get outside of themselves and deal with and adjust to playing when they're injured this time of year?
You know, you got to rely, you know, your teammates, rely on the staff, rely on just the guys around to rally you up. You know, it's this time of year, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are dealing with so many injuries, nicks and bruises. But, you know, you got to be able to have something from within and be able to go out and compete at a level that you can help, you know, your team win games.
What is more difficult? Is it the physical limitation, or is it pushing yourself mentally to kind of go past what you think you can do?
I mean, I only can speak from my personal experience last year. It's more physical, at least for me. That doesn't allow you to do the things that you're able to do to help your teammates out. And also mental, because I know that I'm kind of letting my teammates down and not allowing them to see the best of me. And unfortunately, in the sports world, injury or not, you know, the media, people judge you based on that particular time. So it's kind of I think it's like a lose-lose situation, because if you don't play and you hurt, then, you know, it's a conversation. But if you play and you hurt and you play bad, and it's like, oh, well, you know, can't play anymore, a conversation. So it's a combination. It's a lot of things going on, honestly, DA. You know, I mean, mentally, you got to be mentally strong, because, you know, you got to be ready for when the times you don't play well. And then if you do play well, people expect you to play well. So mentally, it's a tough part. But as long as you got the right people in the corner, have faith, which I lean on all the time, everything else will take care of itself.
Neil.
Hey, Russ. At the end of the game, you and Brad kind of, you know, shared a moment. I'm just curious what that was like after everything you guys have been through this season.
Just, you know, it's a good feeling, not just for myself, but Brad fighting through what he's going through at the moment and going out and laying on the line. You know, you appreciate guys like him, and you don't take his talent, his mental, anything for granted, because he wants to win and wants to win bad, and will do anything to kind of help his team out. And that moment was strictly just to, you know, let him know that I appreciated him you know, since being here. And you know, we fought through so much to get here now, and nobody believed that we'd be here. And you know, it's only up from here.
Thanks, Russ.
Paul.
Russ, congrats on the victory. So, Russell, when you look at this team, 17-6 to finish the season, is this the team you thought you had when you broke training camp?
I've always had so much confidence in this locker room, regardless of personnel, regardless of who we had or who we didn't have. I'm always confident in who we have and the things we're capable of doing. And I knew all along that once we get it together and clicking and get healthy, you know, we'd be a difficult team to beat. And I still believe that.
Karita.
Hey, Russ. Throughout the season, just because it's been so up and down, Coach Brooks has received some blame and some heat from fans. Can you speak from a player's perspective how he has contributed to the turnaround of this team?
Yeah, like I just said, I just mentioned it earlier. Like I said, players get a lot of credit and a lot of credit because we on the floor, but behind the scenes, Scotty is one hell of a coach, not just that, a person, and does an amazing job of making sure that we got all our stuff together. Because if it wasn't for him and his ability to be able to make decisions on the fly, make the right calls, and put the right guys in and out of the game, and put us in the right sets to be successful, a lot of stuff wouldn't even be happening. So, you know, all the outside noise, it really doesn't matter, honestly, because internally we know how important he is, and I know how important he is to myself and to the team.
I think that's it. Thank you, Russ.
Yep, thanks.